Two, one. Here we are, folks. We're back. Look at us doing trailers and reactions on a regular basis. You would think we're a professional channel or semi professional.
Nah, man, I'm just up because my kids are sick.
Fair enough. This is the We Trying channel, a Nerdy by Nature Productions joint on our
Yep,
YouTube channel right here. That's Leroy. I'm Michael.
yep. Still got my skull cup.
Still got your Skull Cup. Lots of trailers coming out recently within the last couple of days here. A lot of
Yeah,
stuff.
Mean Girls. That's what we about to do right now. We gonna make fetch happen on here.
Now, see, I feel like you're joking, but I actually like the first Mean Girls, and I'm excited about the Mean Girls
So
musical.
here's the thing, because if you're watching this is your fault. You click the button.
Also, like, comment,
Also, like,
subscribe. Yes.
there you go.
Uh huh.
Now, here's the thing. I, for the longest, never watched Mean Girls. Like I'd heard all the stuff, and then married a white woman, and then I ended up watching Mean Girls.
I mean,
And
black people like Mean Girls too, but all right.
I know, but stay with me here.
Mm-hmm.
So, married this white woman, ended up watching Mean Girls. A lot of other stuff I never thought I'd watch because I just never. It was. Remember we talk about some things aren't for you,
Mm-hmm.
and I just felt like Mean Girls just wasn't for me. So I watched and I was like, this is pretty good. And she was like, see? And I was like, what else am I missing out on? Because I just assumed it wasn't for me. And then this new trailer came out, and I was like, I thought it was an Old Navy commercial. And I was like,
There was a
oh,
Walmart commercial with the Mean Girls in it.
yes. So I thought that's what this was. And I
Okay.
was like, oh, they just, doing an anniversary. And I was like, this is pretty good.
Yeah.
And I was like, and it just got me thinking, since we're going to do a Marvel trailer, they should hire Tina Fey to do some Marvel stuff.
I mean, Kevin Feige and the Marvel higher ups need to figure some stuff out. So why not?
I know what they're doing. Well, I cannot wait to blow your mind with this. But let's get to this trailer.
Okay. This first trailer we're gonna do is the Madam Web trailer because the Spider Universe is a thing.
Sonyverse.
The
So there's the Sony Spider-Verse.
Yeah, that has had a blip of Spider-Man in it. That's cool. I don't know. All right.
You know what I want them to do?
What's that?
Bring back Andrew Garfield in this in this Spider Universe.
Okay. Here we go. You ready?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
What do you want from me? Why do you care for me? Why do you know?
Hey, come on. Get your stuff. Let's go.
Oh. Mm. Oh. Should have stayed in the car.
A week ago, I spent my life racing against time,
I'm gonna help you out today, okay?
trying to save people who were running out of it. Until one moment changed everything.
Welcome back to the land of the living.
I don't
that
understand
Adam
what's
Scott?
happening.
I've been having visions.
I knew he was gonna die.
I think I'm seeing the future.
Final destination.
New York City's a whole new level of crazy these days.
What do you want from me? What do you know?
New York City's a whole new level of crazy these days.
This is an emergency. Get off the train.
That man's trying to kill you.
What?
Who are you? What is going on?
I can see the future.
Oh, what the hell? She didn't see that coming?
She didn't see that coming.
Not how it works.
I've seen that man before.
So who is he?
Ezekiel Sims. He was in the Amazon with my mom when she was researching spiders right before she died.
Wait, I recognize you. You live in my building.
You're the paramedic. Yeah, you almost ran me over.
You don't think this is weird? How we're all connected?
Probably your fault.
It's honestly like the least weird thing that's happened all day.
What do you want from me?
You have no idea what those girls have come.
Why don't you want from me?
I think he can see into the future.
Are you wondering?
He's trying to change what happens. Julia, get down!
Why aren't you scared of me? Why do you care for me?
Your future was almost so different.
Where do we go?
If you want to live, you have to trust me.
Get ready. Now!
You're showing off.
Maybe a little.
Interesting.
I mean, I don't hate it. Granted, I don't know Madam Web. The only way I really know Madam Web is from the Fox cartoon.
Yep.
Where she showed up at the last, I don't know, back half of the last season or whatever, something like that.
It's the Spider-Man animated series.
Yeah.
When she was in the chair, right?
Yeah. This looks cool, or at least you know what? It looks interesting. I'll give it that, and that's kind of all I really need.
So I don't know. So
I am more interested in this than I am in Craven.
oh yeah. And I love was it Aaron Johnson?
Sounds right.
I love Aaron Johnson, and I still am like, So
So comic book man, tell me, what did I just see?
so Madam Web is it's very weird.
Yeah.
I don't know what Madam Web they're going with, because if you remember the original cartoon, she was the person who always spoke in riddles. She had ulterior motives, and in the comic, she is a little more fleshed out. But how do I say this without she was kind of I don't want to say a two-bit character, but she wasn't that important. And then I'm trying to remember who took over, and she became more and more important. They used her more and more in the storylines, and then they brought in this Ezekiel Stain, and they made the Spider-Verse and this whole spider, all this stuff, and it got very weird. So you saw Sydney Sweeney is playing Spider-Woman. She's the one with the strawberry blonde hair and the all black suit.
Mm-hmm.
I believe so. And Sydney Sweeney is from
Euphoria.
Starts with the E. Yes, thank you. You got Emma Roberts as Mary Parker. That's enough. So all four of these women are spider people, or these girls are spider people. And so you saw a flash of like the different suits. Mm-hmm. Each of them are spider people in their own right. They've had their own comic series. It's interesting that Adam Scott is in this, because I would have felt like Adam Scott would have been somebody. You get what I'm saying? Like, not just. And then Joe Hennessy's in this.
Well,
Mike
he's
Epps is
playing
here.
Gwen Parker.
I don't know where this is in the timeline. Does that make sense? So if he's Uncle Ben, and basically what I'm wondering is the next movie going to come out and then kind of like what Skull Island was and the Monsterverse, and then everybody was young, and then they did that to introduce Kong, and then some of those people who were in that original movie are aged up in the timeline. Does that make sense?
Sure. Yeah.
So Ezekiel Stain is like this weird.
That man was walking around on the subway with no shoes on. Yeah, he seemed weird.
Yeah, he's definitely a weird. It's interesting they went. So in the comics, when they introduced Ezekiel Stain, he's old. Same thing with Madam Web. Like now they're going young, but in the comics, my Ezekiel Stain and my Madam Web are old. They're senior citizens, and they just sitting in the back in the shadows doing shit, fucking shit up. So it's like I got to go back and research all my spider history because I
And
was
get ready for
never.
that Bad Bunny Spider-Man movie where he's a wrestler.
I forgot about that.
How could you forget
Where
about
he's
that?
the. I did. You know why? Because there's so much going on.
There is.
There is so much because here's the thing. I don't know if you remember when this got announced, but when they announced Sydney Sweeney was going to be in this, no one knew who she was going to be. So everybody was speculating who were all the women going to be in this movie. Because say what you will, these are some heavy hitters. So Dakota Johnson did not get a good off of that 50 Shades of Grey trilogy. Wasn't that great.
You mean
Isabel
like
Mercado.
critically wasn't that great? I think monetarily it did well, right?
Like
I thought they made some money.
put like they made some money, but the chemistry between the two just never worked with Jamie Dornan, and it was very stilted. And as somebody who might have read the book, I felt the book was better, and the book wasn't that great.
Okay.
But you got Dakota Johnson, Emma Roberts, Sydney Sweeney, Isabel Merced, Adam Scott, Joe Hennessy, Mike Epps, Zosiah,
Zosha,
Zosiah,
I think it's like, yeah.
Celeste O'Connor.
I just know her from that show, The Flight Attendant. Yeah, Flight Attendant is what I know her from.
You've seen all of these people before, and you know them. So it's like this to me is out of all the Sony stuff. Each of the Sony movies has like one or two people you know. This one, they went younger, they went more recognizable stars. So I will say this. You may not recognize Ezekiel Stain, but that suit with the blue shirt and him wearing no shoes, that's right out of the comics.
With the blue suit and the shoes.
Blue shirt and the suit. Like if you look at like if you Google Ezekiel Stain, he comes like that look comes up.
Okay.
So bravo to them for that. I just don't understand how this is. I feel like they have a plan. I
mean,
just don't know
yeah.
what that plan is.
Every time they do the explanation for people, it's so weird. Like, my mom was in the rainforest with the spiders and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay.
Like in Arachnophobia.
Well, not
Remember
that,
in
it's just like,
Arachnophobia?
yeah, but it's just like the way they explain it in the trailer just seems so hacky. And it just reminds
Well,
me
that's
of
because
the Morbius thing when he cut himself in the bats and this, whatever.
that's
fine.
because they're like all of their like this right here. This movie would fit perfectly in the 90s or early 2000s. Like you get what I'm saying? Like that's what Sony seems to be they keep doing. They keep making these movies that would have been gangbusters when Blade came out. And so
You feel like they haven't evolved to the new superheroes type stuff.
but I'm gonna be honest with you. A lot of people haven't. If you go back and look at Black Adam and what DC was doing, if you go back and look at what Vin Diesel did with Bloodshot, all of those movies would have fit perfectly in the past, or if they were all Phase One Marvel movies. Because that's what we expected from. And as movies have evolved and superhero movies have evolved, it seems like some of these companies haven't involved their creative staff to make something better. Like it's hard for me to watch this and then say, "Oh, this is going to be awesome," or "Is this going to be trash?" Because I don't know. But the trailer reminds me of that old, early 2000s action movies. But I say that to say there's a lane for it. Jason Statham has made a career of playing the same dude over and over in movies. So there's a lane for it. It obviously keeps making money because they keep making them.
Yeah. So are you
I just
gonna
want to
see
know
this
how
in
this.
in the theater, or are you gonna? Do you need another trailer first before you can decide that?
I'm gonna be honest with you. It depends on if I can, depends on another trailer and how I feel that day. Because as much as I like this, if I was single, I'd see it in the theater. But with my time being cut short with kids, responsibilities, it you gotta move me. You gotta be Dune, Spider Verse. Yeah. What about you?
Yeah, I'll see this in the theater. Like I said, I am more interested in this than Craven, because this just seems so weird. I feel like I kind of got everything Craven was going to do in the trailer. With this one, I don't feel that way. Granted, this is the first trailer. Maybe the second trailer will give everything away. I don't know, but it's just weird to see all these different spider people and these ladies doing stuff. So that's cool.
Okay.
You got my attention. Cool.
All right, people, like,
Yeah.
comment, and subscribe. Let us know what you think in the comments. Um, Again, when we talked about would I see this in the theater, just depends on that. You hear it in the background.
There we go.
So,
If you want to help Leroy
from
get a babysitter, make sure you hit that subscribe button on all our channels: YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Threads, all those places. Until next time,
yep.
later.